You said last night, not sure if it's quite real yet. Does it feel real now?
That's starting to. I woke up in the morning, still didn't feel real. It was kind of, normally when you go to the Brier, you got a month to get really excited and start thinking about it and dreaming about it. And so this morning it still felt a little strange, and even tonight, it's different. It's a different way of getting in.
Yeah, it's uncharted waters. Did you happen to text Carrie Anerson or anybody on that team just to see how they approached it, or because they had much the same thing to say, that it was just very weird kind of circumstances on the Saturday of the opening Brier, where the night before you don't know where you're going to be on the Saturday?
Yeah, no, I didn't text Carrie, but I have congratulated them. They're Kristen McCush is Jill's niece, so obviously cheering for them to do well. Maybe not beat my wife, but do well in the Scotties. So yeah, I've texted their team, but I never really asked how it went, other than I knew the crowd really got behind them.
Yeah.
And really embraced them. Hopefully we can do the same thing. I saw we got marched out with a Manitoba flag today. I thought maybe we should add like skull and crossbones, like a rebel team or something, but I'll take the Manitoba flag too. So.
And what'd you like about tonight? Was it tough to kind of replicate what you guys had to come to the table with last night?
Well, the conditions were a little bit different tonight. And it's tough to, I would say we probably experienced a tiny bit of a letdown, because that was a massive game last night. It was like playing a provincial or national final. That's what it felt like. So I think we did pretty good, but didn't have the same level of energy tonight. And things were different, conditions were different, so there's a few more shots missed, but overall I liked how we handled things.
Brad, if I'm talking to you right now, first game of the Brier as opposed to last year first game of the Brier, how is it different?
A lot less stressful. You know what, we just enjoyed being out there today. This year's been a bit of a different year with 2 Olympic trials and kind of a bit of a grind, so we're trying to just enjoy this week and obviously as the week goes on and you get into some big games, we're going to tighten the screws and get a little bit more intense, but just trying to enjoy being Team Canada out there, and it's a great crowd tonight, and we had a lot of fun.
It's interesting you'd say less pressure as the defending champion, but I don't think anybody can really understand how much pressure you guys felt and put on yourselves last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's not much I'm going to do in my curling career that's going to match the pressure that we felt last year and the pressure we put on ourselves. And I think everything else pales in comparison. I thought the trials were a walk in the park compared to what we went through last year. So, we're going to enjoy it. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully we can win. I get on a good run in our pool play, and then I imagine probably Thursday and Friday you're going to see a little bit more intensity come out of us. And obviously when we play, some of the top teams in the event like Mike and Brendan. But certainly tonight we got off to a good start with that 4, and it's it was a solid game. We didn't make any mistakes to let them back into it.
A few distractions on that team as well that you guys became aware of as the night went on.
Yeah, you know what, they had a tough situation to face. Obviously with David's situation and Jeff's situation, they got much bigger things going on in their lives, and a bit of a tough situation for Sean and the other guys too, because obviously you want to make sure that they're doing the best thing for them in their personal life, but they also want to curl too. So I can only imagine the struggle that they're going through. But obviously having a child is way bigger. So hopefully David gets home in time, and hopefully Jeff's wife can hold off for a week. I don't know how easy that's going to be, but certainly they got a big moment ahead of them. So I'm happy for them, and hopefully they can play well and get it going. But that's got to be a tough challenge. I played when my wife was expecting, and it's hard. It really is hard.
Well, you really had to grind that one out, but you must have been proud of the way the guys responded down the stretch.
Yeah, we were pretty frustrated early. They were all over us in the weigh ends. They gave us all more than we can handle, and we were pretty surprised. They went at us every end. We thought we'd be the aggressors, but we were wrong, and they brought it to us. But the guys held in. We kept Shilly calm somehow, and battled back, and got some good breaks down the end. But we played well the last 4 ends for sure.
What did you have to say to Shilly, or was it just a matter of calm down, boy?
You just got to let him do his thing for a couple minutes, and then it's like, we get a deuce, we're back in this, and the ice was real tough tonight, so we're like, let's get back in it, and it's not an ice you want to draw against a couple on, so we made him draw in the end of the day and got a miss and got lucky.
Playing a team like that where you know absolutely nothing about, I mean, is it a comfortable thing? Do you just change your approach, or how do you deal with something like that?
It's tough. We knew absolutely nothing about them, but like I said, we thought we'd be the aggressors, and boy, they went really, really aggressive, like I've never seen any other team do out here. So I was kind of surprised at that, and they made a lot of shots early, and going to the away ends, 1, 3, and 5. They could have got 4 in every end, I think, and we kept getting out of it. In the 5th end, they finally snapped off a 4 ball on us, but. So it's hard to know what they're going to do, but they got aggressive on us, and it was good for us that we were able to get some rocks and play to come back.
Well, want to know what the Brier, and you can't ask for a better start. It wasn't pretty, but they don't have to be pretty.
Yeah, you know what? We were good for most of the game. We made a lot of good shots. We got a little bit of trouble in the 8th. We made a couple good shots there to get us out of trouble, and then had a relatively easy shot in the 10th. Just didn't throw it that well, and got fortunate on Brendan's last one, and Tana just caught a little bit of curl, or 11, caught a little bit of curl early.
I was going to ask you about the shot in 10th, but I might as well now that you've opened the door. How tough was it to recover from that? Like, what was the process between ends?
Yeah, you know what, I knew I had my draw weight really well all game, so I mean, I was just kind of trying to hopefully focus on being able to throw a draw. I just stabbed that one a little bit in the 10th, but yeah, you're going to have a few of those out here, and no shots are easy out there for sure.
To get out to a winning start, especially in this format, that's so important, I imagine.
Yeah, you know what, I mean, every win is huge. I mean, every win in the Brier is enjoyable, and I mean, it's great fans here, and it's a lot of fun to be out there. And we felt like if we could win the first one, that it would position ourselves well for the rest of the week. So.
Right. Last one, you guys had a good run at the pre-trials in Summerside, and that must have filled you obviously with some confidence coming in here too.
Yeah, you know what, I mean, we had a good event there, and I mean, like, it seems like every time we get to play in this venue and in this type of atmosphere, it gets a little bit easier. It's not something that we do week in and week out, so I mean, every year that we get the chance to come here and play against the best, it seems to make things a little bit more comfortable every time, so.